Hey, how's y'all doing, YouTube? Just out here enjoying some time off in the wee shed. My wife calls it the she shed, and I call it the wee shed. But as you can see, the wee shed is having its flaws. This is a ramp made out of 1x6s. I guess it's all fence material, you know. Anyway, it's slicker than owl shit. Excuse the French. But I like the view. I like the view. In fact, I think I'm gonna have to start raking some leaves. Now that it looks like all the leaves are gone off the trees, we can just do it all at once now. Wonder who threw the bag in the backyard, man. I don't like that. I like my clean yard, and my wife likes it too. It must have been the dogs. Oh, I got me a tripod. Well, it's not a tripod, but it's a camera holder, and it's it's a slinky thing. I just didn't want y'all thinking that my man cave back here is unstable, and you know, it might look like it's the tree house or the wee shed or whatever you want to call it. It's 2-story. I just didn't want y'all thinking that it was really that shaky. When it you know, the wind blows the camera just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna move, you know. It looks like, Levy, what are you doing in that place? You better get out of there, man. It's the wind is blowing. Anyway, I wanted to, I usually don't make videos like this, but something that I come across through one of my subscribers. He subscribes to my channel, and actually he's got a lot more subscribers than I do, but he only gets 90 views a video, you know. He's just been around a lot longer, so that's how come he has more subscribers and less views, you know. It's just one of them things, you know, kind of like me. At one time I had 498 views just about every video I put out, and then I guess, you know, you get it, people, I don't know, man, you know, sometimes people come onto your channel from another channel and expect the channel to be the same, and it's not, and the ones that like it stay, and the ones that don't prefer it, they move on, and that's just the way YouTube works. But in that said, I've come across somebody, that's what I was trying to tell you, we're like a tight-knit community, you know. We view each other's channels out, we try to look at their videos, what's doing good for them, how they're shooting the videos. Man, that daggum wind, I tell you. How they're shooting their videos, and what's making them a lot of profits, you know. Because I am interested in making profits one day, just not right now. I'm barely over the hump of having 1,000 subscribers. I would rather not do nothing until I get well over that. That way I don't fall back below under it and then have to, you know, go through all the merchandising process again. But it's just one of those things. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I get sidetracked easy. So we as a family view each other's videos, and I come across one person that I'm not going to mention his channel, but I actually found it on TikTok too. I think he does TikTok also. Sometimes he shares the videos with TikTok, and so I just wanted to show everybody this video. And then let y'all be the judge, but it really angers me. Okay, that's it. I'll have to change views so you can get a good, let's see if you can see it. No. Yeah, maybe you can see it. Okay, watch this. Watch this. Yeah, it's dim. Bear with me here. I got to back it up, and I don't know how to use TikTok that well. I don't know how to make it back up and scroll and all this other and go backwards. It's crazy. Dadgummit. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on now. I don't want no using sound. I missed it again. I have to, let me swap views.
Oh, Jesus. I'm talking to you. I'm sorry, no, the lights, like, can we borrow some sunglasses, man? Damn, right. Okay, well, why don't you knock it off, or you can sit in the back of my car and we can take you to county for interfering with the official process. Is that what you want to do? Just a passenger in the vehicle, you're saying? Yeah, you are. You're about to be the passenger in my vehicle if you don't shut up. Sorry. Okay, so we can knock it off. Please don't speak something that way. Sir, and that woman. Oh boy. You gonna arrest me?
Listen close. You hear that? That cop just put the handcuffs on my buddy. You know, I consider him a kind of like a family. He's part of family to me, man. I watch him all the time. And unless I get permission for him to label this video or put tags on it, or I don't know, I'm just going to leave it alone. But it really bothers me because this is why I've always got along with police. I've always respected them. When I broke the law, I knew I had it coming to me. I never lied to them. I've even went as far as this. Cop pulls me over here in Sampson Park about 6-7 years ago, you know, and I had some weed on me. And it must have been longer than that. That's a long time ago when they pulled me over and got me on that. That was when I was like 22, maybe 27. I'm 50 years old right now. That's a long many years ago. And he pulls me over, and in the middle of, I drove like a 70. I think it was a 1970 model Ford van, and it had the nose cut, snub nose, you know, bull nose on the front, you know, straight down, and the motor was all the way inside the cab. And right there on the hump, I had my stereo system all laid out in a staircase, you know, because I had a home stereo system in there. I had this big gangster TV behind the seat, you know, with the big tubes on it strapped to the seat, and I had Nintendo 64 hooked up to it, and I had a waterbed in the back of it. Man, this thing was like a pimping wagon, you know. It was said "Let's Party." You'd open the doors and look down, and the little flap would pop up for you to step on it. It said "Let's Party" on the side of it. You know, it was my little party wagon. You know, I used to go park at the lake and visit the ladies. You know what I'm saying? I had that van whenever my wife met me. You know. Right around then, I think the van I finally just let the van go or change, but I drove it around for a couple of years. But when I met her, I think the van was already gone. She might have seen me in it a couple of times, but when we got together, I didn't have the van no more. But back to my story, okay? I know it's going to be a long one, so have a seat. So anyway, he asked me what this skull thing is sitting in the middle of the console, and it was a skull ashtray. It was made out of porcelain or ceramic, you know what I'm saying? And so his half his skull come off, and it was an ashtray there. Well, I took a diamond tip bit and I drilled a hole in the middle of it where the ashtray was, and I put a bowl in there, and I ran a hose out from underneath his head also, where I could just light my weed and hit the bowl, and then wrap the hose back up in the top part of his skull and close it down. And I put Velcro on it, and it sat on my dog house in my van, because it was my party wagon. And he pulls me over in here, and he says, so what's that? I said, that's my skull. He says, what's it for? I said, that's for smoking my weed with, sir. And he laughed at me. He says, let me see it. And I looked at it, and I showed it to him. He says, no, let me see it. See it. And so I let him see it, and he laughed at me back. He said, I gotta really appreciate your honesty, sir. I said, yeah, I said, I understand. I said, I try to always tell police officers the truth because you get in trouble and they get mad at you when you don't tell them the truth. He goes, yeah, you've had that experience, huh? And I said, yeah. He said, well, I appreciate you being honest with me. He said, so was you smoking this when you got pulled over? I said, no, it's been a while. He said, well, I can still smell it in there. I said, well, I done burnt the last of it in the bowl. And he goes, well, where's the rest at? I said, oh, it's at the house. And his partner started laughing his ass off at me, you know. And they said, man, you're an honest guy. We really appreciate that. You know, and it's like, that's the main thing you got to do with police officers is don't lie to them and don't have an attitude with them, you know. And just be funny. And that's what that guy in that video was doing, was he was being funny, saying, hey, you got some shades for up in here, because the officer shined a light in his face. And then when the passenger said that, the officer said, shut up or I'm going to put you in the back of the car and you're going to be my passenger. And then the guy that was driving said, could you please not talk, because that's his relative. You know, I watched their videos. It's either a relative or a close friend, you know. They were making a video together driving their Nova, you know. So they've been building this Nova for a long time. I've been watching them paint it. I've been watching them do all kinds of work to it. I've been watching them put body panels on it. So they were doing a test run on their Nova, and they got pulled over, and that cop had to treat him like that and drug him out of the car just because he said, please don't talk to my friend like that. Click, click, click with the handcuffs. That really boils my ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like that cop really overdid he used the badge to, I think he abused his privileges of being a public servant police officer, you know. Just recently I've gotten pulled over around here and they've given me breaks and they've asked me stuff and I've told them the truth. I even told them I had warrants before they even find out about it. They ask me what I've been charged with, I tell them. And I tell them and I explain to them about everything that's happened in my life since I've become clean, you know. And I just lay everything out on the table and they say, oh really, you got a YouTube channel? And some police has watched this channel, you know. They liked me. They asked questions about the truck. They've seen it progress. They've seen motors being put in it. They've seen me running down the road with open headers and pulling me over. Oh, come on now, Limpy. He don't call me Limpy, but he could, you know, Mr. So-and-so. Oh, come on now. You got to be kidding me. You're running open headers, man? And I'm like, yeah, I do, but hey, I'm going right over here to the Muffler House. And he goes, all right, man, good luck. And get them, hey, and they're always telling me and winking at me, get them tickets taken care of, son. And I go, yes, sir, I'm trying the best I can. And they all know that I got a shop down over here, and they all know that I'm trying to do things with my son, and they all see me and my son in there. They've actually pulled my son over running from one shop to the other because I told him to hurry up with the stuff that I told him to go get, and the officer pulled in there and he said, is there a problem here, sir? I said, no, what's the problem, man? He says, well, I seen this guy running with a box of stuff in his hand. I thought he might have been stealing it from next door. And you know, my son, goofy looking as he is with the box, man, I gotta say, man, you know, sometimes we long hair people kind of like draws attention, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe he just thought anybody that would be running with a box out of a place. Maybe it was just him running in the box. But I just seem to think long hairs, man, they catch a little bit more, you know, until the officer gets to know you, then they're cool with you, you know. So I'm cool with all the police. And the one thing that he told me when he gave me all these breaks here recently, all of them do, was we want you to feel safe. We want you to call us when you're in trouble. We love the people in our community, and we try to cut people in the community slack and cut them a break more so than the people that are just driving through here 90 miles an hour in a hurry to get somewhere. They'll give them tickets a lot more than they'll give the residents, you know. Once they find out that you live here and that you're here and they get to know you and they see you all the time and you wave at each other going down the road, that's how small this little town is of Sampson Park around here. It's a real fine knit thing, and if you just be nice and joke around with them, there shouldn't be nothing wrong with that, and it's all in good fun and everybody has a good laugh, and 9 times out of 10 it ain't no big deal of what's going on. But that right there, it just bugs the hell out of me. Puts the cuffs on him and probably goes and sticks him in his damn car and harasses him and tries to scare the hell out of him. I know why they cut the video off, because if the police officer would have seen that video running, they would have made him erase it and they wouldn't have had the footage to even put it up there as far. But I really think that officers like that, they need to be disciplined. They need to be held accountable for their actions. They give other police out there that are nice, friendly, honest, hardworking police officers that are trying to hold the peace, you know, trying to make the place a better place to live, you know. It makes those people look like bad reputations. That one guy's out there spreading bad vibes, and he's given bad experiences to these people that are just fun, everyday, laughing kind of guys like myself that I know are, because I've seen their videos and they like to get a laugh, you know? Why does he have to treat them like that? I guess it's just the way the world is. You got the good ones and the bad ones, you know? But it really just burns my butt, man. And if I'm gonna give the guy that you seen in that video, I'm gonna give him the link and he can watch this video. And if he wants to come clean and make his own comment on my channel and talk about it, then he can. He can come out to you on the comments. You can read his comments and find out. You know, you can find out from him what happened for the rest of it if he wants to share that. If he doesn't say nothing and he doesn't comment, and y'all don't see a comment down there, then obviously.
I'm sorry, no, the lights, like, can we borrow some sunglasses, man? Damn, right. Okay, well, knock this up. Why don't you knock it off, or you can sit in the back of my car when you take it to county for interfering with the official process. Is that what you want to do? I'm just a passenger in the vehicle here, sir. Yeah, you are. You're about to be the passenger of my vehicle if you don't shut up. Sir. Okay, so we can knock it off. Please don't screw that way. Sir.
That's the driver saying, please don't talk to him that way. Get out of the car. Click. Yeah, stick the cuffs on him, man. I sure hope he's okay, and I hope they didn't. It just bothers me that somebody gets treated like that by the law. It just really does. It makes me sad. It makes me angry, because it shouldn't be like that, man. You should. Just because they got a police badge on doesn't give them the no rights to use that badge for their own personal feelings, or having a bad day, or oh, I'm gonna give you know, or you know, I just know that there's police officers out there that do that, man. They're out for the bad. They like that badge as a power trip, you know. Power tripping is what I call it. I've never had an experience that with an officer. I've had some that are just having a bad day. They tell me they're having a bad day. I can't imagine. I'd have probably went to jail on that one, man. I'd open my mouth. I've actually had another time to where a police officer had me in the back of his car, and it was my car, and I was working on the wires, and I gave somebody a ride to a hospital, and he seen wires hanging out from underneath my dash, and he checked me out, and I tried to tell him, dude, I got warrants, and you can run my name or whatever. You know, I had a big problem. My bad. I got warrants, you know. But, you know, that was back in the day, you know, even when I was in the wrong, you know. And I told the police officer, I think you're an a-hole. I think you're, you know, and I said, I think you're this, and I think you're insensitive, you know. I'm over here trying to take my friend up here that has AIDS because he can't see to the hospital. I tried to drive very seldom, you know, anyway. You know, I've had my license taken from me and then gotten back, you know, through my life. I've gotten them and then had them, gotten them and had them, you know. It's nothing new to me. This time I'm going to hang on to them for sure because I'm fixing to go get them. But anyway, he took me in, dude. You know, after he confirmed that I had warrants, he had to take me in. I said, well, I know it's your car and this, that, and the other. And in the end, he even said, you know, you're a pretty smart guy. I said, why? He said, because I could have took you to jail if you would have just made those statements for me. It's called verbal abuse. But because you used the words, I think, that's your personal freedom of speech. For you to think and for you to verbally say something, it's your opinion on somebody else. You're allowed to have that in the United States of America. And I apologized to him in the end. I told him it was my fault. I should have taken care of the tickets. And I'm sorry, sir, that you did this. I'm sorry that I did this and caused this all. This is all my fault, and I caused it upon myself. And even as much as I was acting like an ass at that point, I've been the one that acted like an ass. I was in the wrong. I still had a police officer that respected me and got frustrated with me. But never have I ever had a cop do that to me. Just right out the gate. Come here, you know, be rude with me on that one. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. It is what it is, and it bees what it bees. Well, I think I'm going to get off here and close this video down, and y'all let me know what y'all think on personal comments, and leave the comments below. Tell me what you think. Yeah, I'm finally getting my license back. It's going to happen. I got to go up there to the make payment plans on 2 more tickets, and as soon as I make the payment plan, they're going to lift the warrants, and because it's the last 2, they're going to lift the warrants, and that way I can handle those last 2 with payments, hopefully. I'm praying. But bottom line, they lift the warrants, then I can go get my license, and then it's up to me to keep up the payments, which I'm doing. I'll always go in there and tell them I'm doing the best I can. That's all you can do. Don't ever run from them. I found that out. Just go in there and make arrangements with them. They're not going to throw you in jail, and if they do, hey man, I'm not scared. I'll sit them out and be done with it. It's a lot cheaper for me to take a vacation than it is sometimes to pay them, you know. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. See y'all till next time. Literature out.